Hello, ladies and gents. This is the Rev, and today we at Indie Love, which is all things indie, are checking out the new first update of Betrayer, the Alpha build 2620. So they've done a couple of different things, mainly with the graphics. If you look right here, you'll see contrast settings, and they've put these sliders in, so you make things as dark or as light as you want. Makes a very, very big difference in the daylight hours, but when it comes to nighttime, doesn't make a difference at all. That is the major thing that I've seen, besides doing some basic optimizing, like they fixed the V-Sync so that it works now. I haven't seen a real big difference, personally, with or without the V-Sync. The V-Sync actually slows things down. Without the V-Sync on, I'm actually running more frames per second. And then they went through and they fixed a bunch of the different people having problems having their savings stay and set when they're backing out of menus, had some issues. So they went through and they retooled, well, not retooled, but they fixed the menu so that you can rework it and do things and all that kinds of stuff like that. Then the next big thing that they did was the combat. They went through and reworked the combat. Now these guys, these conquistadors, they don't get to take you down with, woo, headshot, yeah. They don't get to take you down with one swing now. You know, a couple of swings and they get you. Which is, you know, they've made it more playable. Before it was just too much insta-death. Oh, somebody saw me. And as a tip, as always, whenever you are seen, haul ass back to the fort, because then it will give you an advantage. They did change it. In the first build, they couldn't come in and get you. This time, I actually had somebody come in and get me. I am at the same point I was the last time in the game. So now let's see what happens. Let's go gain us a vantage point here. So the things that they worked on were, you know, just in general, the fighting mechanics. It's much easier now. Uh-oh, I hear you. Yeah, he's right over there. Oh, and he's still shooting at me too. Hi. Oh, you don't want to come in here? How about I hit you in the face? Really? How about again? Oh, really? You got to be kidding me. Thank you. That was not cool. Hi. Anybody else want some of this? Or did I get them all? I don't know. I threw a lot of arrows out there. They also made it so that as these guys drop stuff, you get to pick it up. Then it's much easier now to go back in. Here's your menu here, and as you see, you double up on things like I just picked up 2 muskets. We'll get rid of one. Oh, that's the other major change. Let me put the musket in here, and we'll show you the change in weaponry. I'll have to go find us some more boys to kill. But what they did is they changed the way the sights work, so it's much easier to draw down and shoot on someone. Big difference. Once again, it makes a big difference in the gameplay. And personally, you know, at the end, I've got some ideas. I think that would make things better. But for what they've got right now, I think they're doing just fine. Okay, so there's an enemy. Ooh, and there's one right there. Let's see. Headshot. Yes? Nope. Okay. Oh, he got me. Screw this, I'm out of here. So, once again, the weapons are completely and utterly, the hand weapons, the firing weapons are not feasible. I mean, you can't, I mean, unless they figure a way to, I don't know, increase the speed of the reloading, better than what they're doing? Well, once again, like I say, at the end of this, I've got some other ideas. So, next thing, besides the weapons that they changed, just in general, all of the fighting mechanics I think are much better. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's get to the things that I think, new idea-wise, that I think that they should be implementing. First things first, let's go talk about chests. Now, once you open a chest, right, they need to take and turn the graphic completely off, because as you can see up here, that's a chest up there. See how it's still shiny? That's going to pull you in, and it wastes time, right? Because, so what they need to do is they need to shut these graphics. Once you find this chest, it shouldn't be glowing, it shouldn't be anything anymore. It should be, not blacked out, but no reflections. That thing that's going to make you go over it over and over again. That's not something that, you know, it's going to extend gameplay in a good way. Second is they need to make some sort of carrying med pack with you, which would be awesome. You know, you could go around, you can collect stuff, build med packs, or you can just buy them at the little store there, but something so that every time you're in a combat situation and you take a couple of hits, because you can only take maybe 2 or 3 hits at a distance, you got to run all the way back to a barrel. That's eating up way too much time, and I don't care for that. Costs way too much backtrack. So, the next thing I think they would want to work on would be the firearms. Now, the best way I would think that they need to work with the firearms and to balance them a little better is put an upgrade system in, okay? So that the weapons become more and more powerful. You can work on your own weapons. You can, you know, increase distance, power, all these things. You know, eventually you can make them all, you know, somewhat even. But, for instance, with the rifle, you can make it, you know, faster reload times, make it so that, you know, there's more of more damage, things like that. You know, change things up a little bit. You know, they have 2 different kinds of bow. They have a short bow and a long bow in this, so that's a good start. But, like I said, they need to put some sort of an upgradable mechanic in, which will lead into my next idea. The one thing that this game is sorely missing right now to make this, even if it is a survival horror game, is they need to put in talent trees, okay? So, they can break it down so you can specialize into maybe, you know, 1 to 3 categories. Easiest ones I could think of that will work well with this time period would be a scout, a ranger, and a rogue. Now, each one of those could be, you know, one would be good with shooting at distances, all your shooting weapons. And you've got one that's good at hand weapons, you know, so they're going to be like, maybe there can be an armor tree, an armor upgrades, things like that. And then they need to add in conquistadors, wear the swords. You know what I'm saying? Those guys all carried, I think, sabers at the time. I don't know, 1604. I'm not real up on the weaponry of the time. But that's what I think that they should do. They need to definitely bring in talent trees to this. Now, the other part of that is that it will also help flesh the game out and give it so that you can, you know, it'll give more things for you to do. You know, it'll make you want to go out after more and more guys, shoot more, you know, make you want to, ooh, another headshot. Ooh. I bought the nice bow from the chest, not the okay one that you're given with to begin with. So if you're wondering why things are working so well, and I'm actually doing headshots now, and like I said before, they actually have done a lot better job with the hitboxes and increasing the ability to shoot. This is my home base. This is where I'm going to be making my money, you know what I'm saying? So, along the lines of the talent trees, now, I can tell you, for example, see that shiny thing right there? This is what I was talking about before. That is a chest that's already been opened. That shouldn't be there at all. But enough about talent trees. There's so many ways that they could go, but I definitely think that they should be put into the game. I think it would definitely flesh the game out and give a lot more depth to the area. Next is we need another area and we need more enemies. You know what I'm saying? Give us something to work towards. Give us an area that you have to level up. You know, put a leveling system in, along maybe with talent trees, so that you know you have to work yourself into higher and higher tiers so that you can do it like a lot of games do. That's a solid formula that has worked well for years in the gaming industry. Let's see. And along with the new area, oh, weird, I don't remember this. Oh yeah, I do. I remember where we are, what we're doing. I remember where I am. Okay. There's a couple of ways you can get here. I took the wrong way. There's another one. This is the normal path to get over to this area I'm at right now. So there you go. Pretty much, I think those are my thoughts so far with this build. I think I've done a great job. I really want them to open up that gate so that I can go and see what's next, because, well, actually, let's talk about that. Map issues. Okay, so why don't they show you where you are so that you can actually do a better job of sweeping and clearing the area? That's one thing I would like to know. I think it would be more valuable to be able to take and have you be able to see where you are on the map. Not necessarily a mini mapping game, but at least a map when you pause it, like I am right now. I think that would definitely help. Also, in these, when you do these different screens like this, and this screen, and this screen, you should be able to take your mouse here and go outside of the game. I play my games in boxed mode. You should be able to take that mouse and be able to do other things. I don't like the fact that I have to disengage completely from the game and I have to hit my internet home key to get myself out of this game. I don't care for that. That's a real easy mechanic that they can fix. I think that's definitely something that needs to be done. That, and of course they need to continue to optimize. The frame rate still has got some work to it. I do not by have any means the strongest of machines, but it could be done better. But this is an alpha build, and one thing is always got to remember is alpha, and everything will be fixed before it's launched, especially when it comes to optimizing, and I realize that. So I think they did a solid good job. I went through, I read most of the things. You can tell if you go through and you actually read the posts, the devs are actually doing what they said they're going to do. They are really listening to people, and they are putting in people's suggestions. And you know what? I like the build. I think it looks great. I think they did a damn good job. So keep your eyes and ears open, folks. Here, I'm sure in the next month, if not sooner, we shall have another update, maybe a shift to beta. Who knows? Once if they're going to open the whole world before they go to the beta stage and start doing major retweaks, you never know. But as always, this is the Rev. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.